Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I created this exact flyer right here in Photoshop from beginning to end. But before we get started, I'd like you to smash the like button, drop a comment, share this video to someone you know might need it, and of course subscribe, turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Before without talking too much, let's get right into the video. Alright, so I'm going to create a new file and I'm just going to be using uh, the normal social media size. So it's just going to be a square flyer, right? So I'm going to use 1080p by 1080p, resolution 72. Let's just create. Alright, so this is our workspace, but before we get started, I'd like to show you where I got inspiration for these flyers from. Alright, so I'll go here. This is my folder. I'm going to give you every single resource here so you can design along with me. Alright, just check the description box below. Now, so I said I want to show you where I got inspiration for the flyer from. So if you look at this flyer, right, I found this flyer on Pinterest, and this is where I got the inspiration for the layout. So if you look at my layout, it actually looks like this. All right, so I got inspiration from layout from here, and then I got inspiration for colors from here. So I took colors from here and I took layout from the previous flyer. So as a graphic designer, this is how you design, this is how you steal like an artist. You don't just go and get somebody's design and just copy everything. No, take colors from one design, take layout from another design, take typography from another design, take different things from different designs, combine it, and you end up with something completely different. Now, in as much as I took colors and layout, I still refined it, I still changed some things and made it my own. So this is how you design, this is how you get ideas and inspiration. All right, so let's get right into the video. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on my background. So I'm going to delete this white background. Okay, it won't delete, but I'm going to come down here and create a gradient. So come to your adjustments panel, click on gradients, and I already have the gradient saved. So this is the gradient. So if you click here on the left hand side of the gradient, the hex code, this is the hex code, you can just copy it. And then on the right hand side of the gradient, this is the hex code, just copy it and paste. Alright, so this is the gradient I'm working with. I'm just going to leave it as linear and I'll make it 52.18%. I'll click on OK. Now I can delete this white. So the next thing, I'll bring in this element. Like I said, all these resources will be made available for you in the description box. So I'm just going to expand the size to make it fit my canvas. Then I'll change the blending mode to color bond. Color bond is up here, and I'll reduce the fill to 3%. I'll just leave it at 4%. Then I'm going to bring in this here. Alright, I'll just position it somewhere here. Position it somewhere here. I'll change the blending mode to exclusion. I'll reduce the fill to 37. So just follow my settings, follow everything I'm doing to get the exact same results. So I'm going to come down here and I'll create a mask. Once that mask is created, I'll press B to select my brush tool. You can right click and reduce your hardness to 0. You can also increase the size of the brush. To increase the size of the brush, press your bracket key on your keyboard. The right bracket key increases the size and the left bracket key reduces it. Alright, once you've done that, you can now come here and dab a little bit just to blend it. Alright, you can see it has blended into the background. If we hold shift and click on this mask, you can see the before and after. Before, you can see this line, But after we've masked it, it's now blended perfectly. So I'm going to bring in another image, this image here. So I'm just going to place it here. And I'm going to change the blending mode to lighten, and then I'll click on mask, and I'm going to do the same thing to blend it in with the mask. Then we'll reduce the fill to 22%. Alright, now the last thing I'm going to bring in, okay, for now let's just leave this as our background. So come select the top layer, hold your shift, select the bottom layer, press Ctrl G and rename it as BG, which is background. Right, so we have our background all set. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my guides. My guide is going to give me like a layout that I can follow. All right, so just come to the top of your ruler. If your ruler is not showing, press Ctrl R. Ctrl R will show the ruler or remove it. So come to the top of the ruler and just drag out this, select it, select that line, and then right click, and then click on edit select guides, change it to percent and put it at 73%. And then I'm going to drag out another one, and I'll put this one at let's say 42%. Alright, so I'm now going to select the rectangle tool, and I'll draw a rectangle that's going to lap on this guide that I have drawn. I'm going to duplicate the rectangle into 4 because we have 4 speakers. So select all 4, come to the top here, click on this, it's going to space it equally. Alright, it's going to space them equally. Now press Ctrl G, make them in a group and align them to the center. Alright, so now that we have our boxes set up, I'm going to bring in the color palette. So this is the color palette I'm going to be using. I'm just going to keep it up here. So now where this white box is, I'm going to rename it. I'll call it speakers. Alright, and then I'm going to color each and every one of them. Let me just quickly arrange. Alright, so this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the last one. So for the first one, I'll color it orange. For the second one, color it purple. The third will be yellow, and the last will be green. Next thing I'm going to do is to begin to import my subjects. Alright, this is Amaka, she's a CEO. Alright, so I'm not going to clip it. I'm going to hold my control, click on the orange box, and then come down here and create a mask. Once that mask is created, select B for brush, and then come to the top and increase your hardness to 0. Make sure that your foreground color is set to white, and then click on her head will come back. Click on the purple box, go and bring in the next image, which is this man. Then bring him down here, adjust his image to make sure that his head is like the same size of her head and they are both on the same line. Once you feel that you've arranged him properly, click on enter, then click on your control and left click on this purple box. You see the selection will come up. Once it has come up, create a mask. Once that mask is created, select B, make sure white is the foreground color, and then click on his head to come back. Click on the yellow box, go back, bring in this girl. We'll repeat the process. We'll scale her down, make sure that her head is kind of the same size and is aligned with them. Alright, once you have it in place, press enter, create a mask on it, on the image. Okay, sorry, before you create a mask, you press your control and click on the yellow box, then you create your mask. Select your brush tool, click on her head. Then for the last one, you bring in the guy, expand his image a bit, expand his image, make sure that his head is not too big, not too small, and make sure they are all aligned. Once you're sure they are aligned, press Ctrl, click on that green box, this selection will show. Create a mask, select your brush tool and come and give him his head back. Alright, so we have our speakers all aligned. So I'm going to actually indicate that these are the speakers. So I'm going to come here, create another rectangle like this, and I'm going to remove the fill, but I'll add a stroke, a white stroke. I'll make it size 2. So I'm going to take this rectangle behind all of them. Okay, then I'm going to come here, I'll select my text tool and I'm going to write speakers, SPEAKERS. I'm going to use Galano Grotex Alt. Alright, that is the font I'm going to use. I'll change it from semi-bold to regular. Alright, I'm now going to reduce the size, scale it down, and drag it here. Then we're going to centralize it to the middle. Alright, once it's at the middle, zoom in, select your rectangular marquee tool, come here and create a selection around it. Once you created that selection, come down to this rectangle behind them, this white outline rectangle, and create a mask. Then press Ctrl I to invert that mask. So you can see what we've done here. We've created space for the speaker text. Now carry the speaker and come down. Now select both the speaker and the rectangle and push it down a bit. Alright. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to write their names. So I actually forgot to write it beforehand, so I'm going to write it manually. So I'm just going to zoom in, select the text tool. The name of the first person is Amaka James. Alright. Amaka James. Okay, so I have to rewrite that. I wrote this the wrong way. Okay, Amaka James, we are going to reduce the size, place it underneath her, and I'll change it from regular to semi-bold. And then I'm going to drag and copy it and drag, and I'll write her title. So she's a CEO of Zetropay. I'll change it from semi-bold to italic, and I'm now going to change her color to this orange. Okay, no, not this one. I'll leave it as white. I'll change her name, Amaka. I'll change the color of the name to this orange that I put behind her. Then I'm going to reduce the size of Zetropay. So if you press Ctrl O, you can see what we have. I'm going to drag it and put it under her, under this orange rectangle. Then I'm going to duplicate for each of them. Alright, and I'll put them underneath each of them so that I'll know what I'm doing. Alright. Okay. So now that all of them have, I'm now just going to come here and simply edit it. So this guy, his name is Samuel Ayeni, and his title is co-founder of WorkLink Africa. Alright, and then I'll change his color to the color behind him, purple. Then I'll come on to the woman here. I'll change her name to Chioma Bello. It's a very weird name because Chioma is Igbo, Bello is Hausa. Her title is product designer at Look Tech. And then I'll change her color to yellow. And then the guy here, his name is Ibrahim Olamide. His title is CTO of Nova AI. Is this an event you would like to attend? Because these are powerful people. So I'm now going to click Control, select this orange rectangle. It's going to be selected, and then I'll click on the name and I'll align it properly. I'll do the same for all of them just to make sure they are aligned. Just to make sure they are aligned. Then I'll click, hold Control, select Amaka, and then I'll go to this Samuel Ayeni and I'll align two of them. Go to Chioma, align. Go to Ibrahim, align. See, all of them are now at the same line. And I'll actually select all four names because I want to bring them down a little. Alright. Then Zetropay, I'm going to hold Control, click on Zetropay. Selection will be made. Then I'm now going to align the rest of them to Zetropay. I don't know if I'm making sense, but just you can align it in your own way. Just make sure everything is properly done. So now I can press Ctrl O to zoom out. So if I hide my speakers, you're going to see that everything involving the speakers is going to be hidden. If I hide my background, the entire background is hidden. Alright. So the next thing I want to type out is so I don't think I need this palette anymore. Let me just hide it. Next thing I want to type out is the name of the event and the title of the event. So select your text tool and just write Tech Ignite 2025. I'm going to change it from italic to regular, and I'll reduce the size. Alright. So I'm going to select, press Control, select this orange rectangle, and then align this Tech Ignite. Alright. Once that is done, I'll just duplicate this tech ignite, and I'm going to write unlocking the title, the headline. Want to unlock the future. Yes, we want to unlock the future. I'll duplicate that as well. Duplicate it. We'll write tech talent and transformation. This is the title. Now we want to make the headline catchy and very visible, so we'll increase the size. We'll change it from regular to bold. I think bold is too much. Let's check semi bold. Let's reduce the line spacing a bit. Reduce the line spacing, and then we'll just align it. Make sure they are on the line. Okay. Take this tech talent and transformation down a bit. Press Ctrl T and increase the size. Alright. Okay, so this is our headline, but we need to make it stand out more, so we'll change the color of the unlocking to green. This same green. I'll change the color of the future to this yellow here. And we'll not stop there. This unlocking, there's more we can do. So there's an icon I downloaded. We're going to bring it in. So increase the size a bit. Just place it on top of the O. Try to balance it in such a way that it's perfectly aligned with that O. Once it's aligned, you're going to come down here, click on FX, click on color overlay, click on this color, and then change it to the same green. And you can see the effect it has. You can see unlocking and with a keyhole in the O. So I believe you can get the idea I'm trying to pass with that. So we've done our headline, we've done our speakers. So I'm just going to group everything, all these texts, press Ctrl G, and we'll call it headline. I like to group my layer, so if you hide the headline, everything hides. So our speakers, they seem too close to the headline, so I'm just going to see how we can move everything down easily because we've grouped them. Alright, so now we're going to do the last part, which is the call to action and the call to action and the details, other details. So first we'll write the date and time. So Saturday, 25th of May by 10 a.m. That is the day it is happening. We'll change it to white for contrast. I will shrink it. Next thing, we'll copy it. I'll write the location. So it's landmark center. Victoria Island, Lagos. Okay, so let's zoom in. I want to create emphasis on this landmark center, so I'll change it from regular to semi-bold. Right, so I'll just leave it there. I'm going to bring in a location icon, shrink it down. Let's zoom in a bit to see what we are doing. Alright, so I'm going to change the color of this location icon. So click on FX, go to color overlay, and select this green. So if we zoom out, we are going to see location. Alright, so let's actually reduce the size of this location. Alright, okay, so the space at the bottom is looking too small for the last information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this headline up a bit. Okay, then our speakers, move it up a bit as well. Then I'll come here, I'll select this location and the dates. I'll make it a group. Okay, put it here under speakers. I'll just call it date, time, and venue. And then I'll move it up a bit. So that now gives us space at the bottom for the last set of information, which is the call to action. So I'm going to color this orange and I'll remove the stroke. So just reduce the size like this, duplicate it, and we'll move it out. Duplicate it again. Okay, so come to the second square, change the color to yellow. Come to the third, change the color to green, and then increase the size to the end. Alright, let it be aligned with this Ibrahim Olumide. Okay, now that we have this, actually I want to increase the size, the length of the yellow a bit. Alright, lovely. So I'm going to come to the top, I'll select my text tool, and I'll come down here and I'll type free entry. So they are even telling you you don't even need to pay money for such a powerful event. So we'll type that in, leave it there, we'll duplicate it, and we'll rewrite register at, change the color to black, centralize it inside the yellow. Then you come here, click on your triangle tool, and just draw a triangle. Zoom in, make the color triangle yellow, and just position it. If we zoom out, you can see what the effect is now, like an arrow. Now duplicate this register at, duplicate it here and write the website www.techignite.ng. So this is the website. Alright, so just centralize it inside the green box. Okay, so that is all the details of this flyer. There's one more thing I'm going to add, but first of all, let's group all this information. Press Ctrl G, and we'll just call it CTA, call to action. Now go to your background, click on the top background layer and come and bring in these rockets. Okay, just take it up here and just position it the way I'm positioning mine, just to make the flyer a little bit more spicy and to cover up this space that is here at the top right. Okay, I think I like it, so I'm going to press Ctrl U and this hue saturation dialog box will come up, and I'm going to play around with the color until I'm seeing that it is somehow bluish. From purple to blue, I'll click on OK, and then I'll come here, I'll change the blending mode to screen. You can see what it looks like. Create a mask, select your brush tool, right click, reduce hardness to 0, increase the size of the brush, and just come here and make sure your foreground color is black, and just come here and dab, so you can see what is happening. I'm blending it in now. You can see it is blended in perfectly, right? So come down to this back one, the one behind it, this one that I'm putting on and off. We're going to reduce the fill further. Alright, you can see what that looks like. So I'm just going to increase the size a little bit more. Alright, we'll come to the top, click on your adjustment panel and select color balance. We'll just play around with the color balance, so you can copy my settings to get the exact results I'm getting. And I usually don't have a formula in mind when I'm using the color balance. I just move the sliders around and whatever I like, I choose it. Now we have that. This is the before and after of the color balance. So click on the top layer, press Ctrl Shift Alt E, and it's going to create a snapshot of all the layers. Press Ctrl, right click on it and convert it to a smart object. We are going to come here to filter, come here to camera raw filter. Once you're in camera raw filter, we are going to edit it more. So come to lights, reduce exposure a bit, increase your contrast, increase the highlights, reduce shadows. Come to color, increase your saturation. Come to effects, increase texture a bit, increase clarity a bit, increase the haze a bit, reduce your vignette a bit, increase your grain. Come to detail, increase sharpening a bit. Come to curve, take this right hand side up a little bit, not too much, and take this other side down, and click on OK. And that brings us to the end of this tutorial. This is what we have. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. I hope you learned something. I hope you learned how I got inspiration from those two different flyers. I got color from one flyer and layers from another flyer. I hope you learned, how to position your elements. I hope you learned stuff, sha. Thank you for watching up until this point. Like this video, by the way, smash that like button if you learned something. If you got value, smash the like button, drop a comment, tell me what video you want me to make next time. Share this video to another designer or anybody you think might get value from it, and of course subscribe, turn on the post notification so you'll be the first to get notified when I post a new video. Thank you, over and out.